Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Danganronpa 2. Today we're going to be doing the class trial, and if you haven't watched any of my streams up to this point, and you're not watching live, you're watching the VOD, go check out my other videos first, leading up to this one, because there's going to be some big spoilers. I'm just letting it run a little bit just to make sure everything's going good. So last episode, I had a bit of connection issues. I'm not sure exactly why, but the last like half of my video on the VOD is like desynced completely. I don't know how to fix it. If anyone knows how to fix it, you can tell me in my Discord, that'd be cool. But, yeah, I mean, if you listen to it, like, as a podcast or something like that, totally fine. But, the, like, audio and the visual got desynced. So, I know now that if I see that message to just totally stop the stream and restart it. I don't exactly know why that happened, because I have really good internet, so that shouldn't have really happened, but it did. Just wanted to throw it out there and apologize to people for that. But anyway, let's get this started. We're gonna be doing the class trial today, so let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
Quick guys, call the Avengers!
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Oh, don't worry, Akane. I'd be tempted by curry as well. I love curry.
Akane! You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
It was such a crazy investigation because everyone got split into two groups.
I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought we were with her or something like that.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Yep, we were having a threesome.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs!
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those,
Gee,
we could probably
Soda.
do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, The three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
Also, it's a good thing I stopped
We
when I
heard the
did
body
the
discovery
last time
announcement
too, because
from
this would have all
Strawberry
been
House,
messed up.
obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
Yeah, they were all trapped over there.
Someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button.
Rude.
We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking
So
we should
rude.
at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
I'm glad that Akane is stepping up, but she's just making things worse by saying random
Now,
shit
Mo.
like
Enough with the lovers' quarrel.
lovers
We
quarrel.
need to think about this seriously.
Well, yes, we do.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things.
Thank
The
you,
incident this time has
Chiaki.
many
Thank you.
questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell the weapon just by looking. Wouldn't be much of a mystery if that was true. The only thing that the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably, well, the hammer, but I don't know. I don't actually think that the hammer was the actual weapon because it wasn't covered in
Guess we
blood.
should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
I think it was this.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
Oh, but they didn't let me use pillar as that. Okay.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
Pillar
The weapon was
fragment?
right there at the scene of the crime!
It says a new looking
pillar,
hammer because
huh?
there was. We're trying to prove
No,
that
the
it wasn't
hammer!
the hammer, aren't we?
The killer used that hammer and beat the
Okay,
crap
let's
out
just
of
let
him!
it go all the way through so we can see all the options we have
If
here.
it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
Okay, this is exactly what I thought. The,
I guess we should figure out
oh, maybe
the
it
weapon
is the
first.
wire.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him!
It's not the wire either? Oh boy. Well, we're starting off good, aren't we? Because like, I thought what we're trying to do here is to prove that it wasn't the hammer, because
Damn it!
Nagito was clearly pointing out too that it wasn't the hammer.
I guess we should
Whoops.
figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there!
That pillar.
But hang
No,
on,
the
I'm gonna
hammer! The
put.
killer used and beat the crap!
If it was unexpected,
That's right! The weapon is decided!
It was a surprise beat. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to use.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
Maybe I'm
That
supposed
pillar,
to agree
huh?
with something.
No, the killer used and beat the crap!
if it was unexpected, I suppose.
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
Really? This is like that frickin' knife thing the other time. Because it seems like I feel like it's supposed to be that, cause like yeah, no, I'm not giving you cover fire. That's not what we're here for. The chain,
I guess
maybe,
we should
yeah.
figure out the weapon
Oops.
first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
I feel like it has to do with the pillar,
That pillar,
though.
huh?
No,
She even
the
mentioned
hammer!
it, that pillar.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I'm trying to think here just for a second because I'm like, okay.
Guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was
I'm
right there
doing
at the
really
scene
badly.
of the crime.
I'm just really confused
That
on
pillar,
this.
huh?
This doesn't make any sense.
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Are we supposed to
That's
agree
right.
with him?
It was a surprise beating.
Okay, we're not supposed to agree with him. I don't know what the game wants me to do here. I'm like, because I definitely don't think the hammer was used to kill Mechamaru. At all. So, I'm very confuzzled right now. Wait, are we supposed to take... Oh! Hang on, is there something we're supposed to, like, this is early in the...
figure out the weapon first.
This is early in the trial to be doing that, but
No,
I think I
the
figured it
hammer.
out.
The killer used and beat the crap.
If it was unexpected,
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Oh! Are we supposed to take surprise beating? I think maybe that's what we're supposed to do? Let's try
I guess
it.
we should figure.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar,
It didn't
huh?
let me there, but...
The killer used and beat the crap.
if it was unexpected,
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
It's not letting me take it.
The weapon is decided.
So it's not that either. I thought for sure that's what it was. I was like, oh, well maybe we're supposed to just take that and then use it.
I guess we should figure out the weapon.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That
Yes.
pillar, huh?
But...
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, we're using... Oh my god, of course. We're using the hammer to prove that it wasn't the hammer.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was
We're
the
using the
murderer.
hammer to prove it wasn't the hammer. That's so fucking backwards, but yes, okay. We got it.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
Because there's
A
no
lot of
blood on
oil
it.
was flowing from Nekomaru's body.
Or
just
oil
like human blood, right?
Oil blood. We're calling it blood. It's blood.
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
Jeez.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty
True.
insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
I suppose if that's the case, it was the pillar. Because that's even more
I see.
what we were kind of trying to get to anyway.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, they tried to move it and they couldn't.
Yeah,
She couldn't even
that
pick
pillar
it
was
up off the
pretty
ground.
freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
Are you trying to say he hit himself in the head with a pillar?
So, he lifted
That's
the
ridiculous.
pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if
that
Nekomaru
contradicts
could
what
have
you're
lifted
saying.
that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Oi, 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 oi.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
It does bother me a little. That word, suicide. Yeah, it's because Nagito explained to us that during the last Danganronpa, the last killing game, the fourth trial was a suicide, and that every trial up to now has been similar to each other. But they're trying to say there's no way he did it.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes.
Yeah.
For reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Kinda, that's what she's trying to do.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh, okay. Oh, except... we have,
There's no need to lift that pillar.
we have the pillar fragments that we
pillar was
found
not lifted,
that were underneath his body and not above it.
Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
So that actually might not
What
be
about
right
tipping
either.
the pillar over?
I don't think so.
No, that's wrong!
Oh wow, I didn't think I would get that first try. But
If
yeah,
Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
exactly.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over,
Well, that's
then how
okay,
did
at
the
least you're
killer
trying.
murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How
That's
much
the
longer
question,
are you gonna
isn't it?
focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Yeah guys, this ain't Frozen.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual.
Okay, Nagito, where did you sit on this morning?
You're unable to clear
why
a
is it
path
still up your
to
butt?
the future with your own powers. So you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it can be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
Wait, Gundam, why do you know that?
Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Don't do that!
I am he who cuts the insolent
you're not.
catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon!
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
What is happening here?
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Agreed, Soda, agreed.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
She's right.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same
I'm
building,
definitely starting to
and
think
both houses are
this
linked
is wrong,
to the
this
central
map
tower.
here.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Okay.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
At first I thought that too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that the middle room there is an elevator or something. I definitely don't think it's designed the way they had it there on the map. Oh, what do we have?
In truth, Strawberry
Whoops.
Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
This is the only thing that kind of makes sense.
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
Maybe.
I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs
no,
on
the walls are different
also
colors.
different.
No, those both changed
We've
because
already
of lighting.
settled this problem.
Yeah.
Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay. I think it's the exact same place we have to
In
shoot.
truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
It's something.
are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong!
So,
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
wait, what?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape
I don't.
Hall.
But okay, I don't think it's exactly the fact that it's not the same place. I think the room rotated.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Excuse
Then
me?
how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Wait, so now we're arguing with her about the thing that we just said. What? I'm confused. What's going on with this freaking trial?
There are many different ways.
Whoop. Alright.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled.
Nah.
And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Monokuma's not allowed to interfere with trials.
Moving the body
Although-
and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten.
Oh,
Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body could have moved it all easy as pie.
okay. It's definitely a hole in what she just said. I need to show her the evidence that contradicts that.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Everything? Oh, you can't move oil!
You could have moved it all easy as pie.
Okay, well... We'll prove that in the next go, I guess. Yeah, because you can't
seems
move,
you
like,
have
the oil.
forgotten.
That would be...
Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those
Okay,
words.
there we go. The
Moving
rest of
the
this
body
case
and
has been
pillar is possible.
not as bad as the
But it would
beginning,
have
at
been
least.
impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Yeah, because that would be weird. But I
The
thought we
position
were...
of Nekomaru's body in the
we
pillar
were
changed.
saying that the room was
oil surrounding
different.
his
Now
body
we're saying
moved
it's the
too.
same.
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
Yeah?
No matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Okay. How can they not be the same building if we just said they can't be moved because of the oil?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower
That
floor was a complete
also
success.
happened.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same
I
building.
still think they're the same, like the same room. It's just that the room moved.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Unless they're trying to say, like, straight up, it's not a building, it's an elevator, like I said.
No idea, huh?
Mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito.
Uh.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly.
Need us to, huh?
It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that.
Ay caramba.
The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Bang your head off the wall, is that what you did? Is that why you're being such a weirdo? I did this. Well, let's make sure. Yeah, it's
I
this.
see.
Like,
You're talking about the final dead room, right?
Doi.
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right.
He found a
Hint is what I
window!
saw after I cleared it.
And then he started to freak out completely after he found the window.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Alright everyone, let's go play some Russian roulette.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final
Oh.
dead room.
Well,
Took a
alright.
picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I took this picture on the first
That
floor of
pretty much
Strawberry
confirms
House,
it.
from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Other things that shouldn't make sense in this
Then
picture.
let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in the picture? What doesn't make sense? Well, it's not the trees. Like, obviously the funhouse is second floor, right? It's a tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree?
Crap!
Oh. She's telling me off. What? What the fuck? Trees? I don't know.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange.
Oh,
This
okay,
photo
I see
doesn't
what they're
look
trying
like
to
It
say.
was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see. And is that it?
It said that there's lots of things that doesn't make sense in the photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Well, the only other thing I can literally click on is the sky?
Here!
Oh, okay.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House,
So they
you
obviously
should
still
see
hasn't
Grape House behind it.
figured out what I've said, which is that the room isn't a room, it's an elevator.
But in this photo, I don't
Okay.
see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
That'd be cool, but no.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Oh, when like Nagito just suddenly showed up in Grape House.
You're
That was a
referring
little
to
weird.
when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the
Oh my
Monokuma
God,
archive
this-
should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
This funhouse stuff is so bonkers.
What does it mean?
That thing just now, another hint to figure out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo we took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this! No, not a Hangman's... Okay, good. I was like, if this is a Hangman's Gambit, I have no idea what the answer's gonna be. This I can do. This is cool. We can do this. What's the jump button? Oh, that's not it. I forgot the controls. Oh, there it is. It's triangle. That's a weird button for it to be, but okay. Let's go. Whoa! Let's not run into a pillar. Okay. Yeah, you see yourself out for that, Zio. No, sir. Sir, bad. Bad boy. Don't do that. None of that. None of that. Obviously they exist. Why wouldn't they exist? They exist, guys! Yay! Whoa! Holy crap. Ow! Okay, not gonna lie, it looks a little bit funny when he runs into stuff. Oh, come on, that appeared like... when I had no time to, like, dodge it at that point. I am holding down the speed up button. Strawberry House, Grape House, same building. Or are they two buildings? They're the same building? I still think they're the same building. Because again, we can't move oil. We also... it would have been really hard to set up that whole thing twice, too. Alright, cool. Ow! Jesus! Come on with this shiz. I'm not good at games like this. Like, if it was actually hard. How are they positioned with each other? The two houses? Vertically? Yeah, up and down. So like, that's... yeah, exactly. I already figured out the mystery 2 years ago.
I know the secret of the funhouse.
Guys, I already know.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go?
He's standing in it?
There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building? Different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Yes.
You think about it like that.
Exactly.
Based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
It's above you. Oh, above, yeah.
I see!
I
On
see.
top of Grape House. That's
Do
where
you
Strawberry
say?
House is located.
I see.
Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Okay. So, strawberry is above grape, which I think we should probably pay attention to.
Snap! I never expected that the
snap.
two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral
That's what
and a
makes it-
hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Yeah, that's what makes it a fun house, though, right?
And it worked, didn't it?
Okay, I'm glad they're showing this, because this really helps understand, doesn't it?
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
Oh, snap!
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Really?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
Monokuma, there's nothing fun about that fucking house.
That's
Don't
right!
even.
Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
I mean, look at that.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Jeez!
Definitely make her watch me.
She is not
I'm gonna stand out
interested,
till
man.
she notices me.
Holy crap. Boy. Boy, oh boy. Well, let's see what
I'm
we
gonna solve
have to
this
work
mystery
with
in a
first.
flash. Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
What?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut
Okay.
up! Just pick one of them!
I can see how he's coming to that conclusion, but I don't think so. Something like that is, well, I mean, maybe possible, but I don't think that's what's going on.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
What do we use to prove him wrong, though?
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Maybe the goodnight button?
was actually
No,
a dummy.
that would be on both.
You mean a
pillar.
fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Is it the strange feel?
It should
What
be possible to
here would
construct a dummy from
prove that
spare
it's
parts.
not a fake body,
You're
right?
magnificent, Gundam!
Maybe the doorknob?
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
No.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Okay, we can't just pick one either.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in
I'll
a
go with
flash!
this.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Yeah.
was actually a dummy!
Oh,
No,
okay,
that's
yeah.
wrong.
Cool. Nice, 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 nice. Because,
Nekomaru's
elevator.
body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember?
Your
When we
own
moved
thing
from
that you
Grape Tower
said.
to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
oh wait, someone's car alarm's going off. The parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were
What?
disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Oh, snap! She's suspecting him now!
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
It's not- I don't think that was a joke.
You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Oh, well, alright then,
If
Chiaki.
he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Unless he did it to make himself- that's not necessarily true. He could have done it to make himself not look
It'd be much more
suspicious.
convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Oh, wow.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason
Uh-huh.
Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different
Okay, yeah,
floors in
she
the
just
same
straight up
building?
told us. A device like that. A device that transports things to different floors in the same building? I wonder what that may be. Oh, very mysterious. Oh no! It's one of these. Okay, well we knew we had to have one of them eventually. At least I know what it is. It's... this... bird. It's an elevator, alright. What the hell just happened there? That was weird. Oh, it's Ella, not Ella. Elevator. I can spell. I can totally spell, guys. Oh god. I just need an R. And like 20 letters are running into each other meanwhile. Okay, we did it. That wasn't that bad.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Elevator!
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
I literally have been saying that this whole
Where
time,
the hell
yeah.
is this elevator anyway?
It's in your butt.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
And I think possibly it also rotates.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button,
Yeah.
it took a while for it to open.
I see.
Oh yeah,
we
no,
were
it
basically waiting for
it
the
didn't
room
rotate.
to
The bodies
arrive,
are always
just like
on the
an
one side.
elevator.
That makes sense.
Please hold on.
Ah,
If the inside of
ears
the whole
pop.
tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Well, my guess is a red herring. It's to trick you. They
And
probably
a
don't
picture
open
of
at
a
all.
grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing that these all have in common... They were all on the floor, I believe. There was nothing attached to the wall.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Oh, okay. I think they're trying to say that that the floor moves but the walls don't. Which, like, I thought was obvious by
the
now.
The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
I definitely thought this was obvious by now, too, but apparently we had to explain it. Yeah. They actually showed that in the picture, too, before.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower.
Doi.
Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
Yeah, it did trick us pretty hard.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Yeah, so it was to trick us, even more so.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower,
I see what he's saying.
we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
So the killer must have...
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
The killer must have done the escape room as well, because they had to have done that to know this.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
Oh yeah.
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier
okay.
that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Yes.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
It literally just goes up and down. It's just a normal elevator. Wait, is this actually an issue?
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry
so the
Hall is
elevator
on your
turns.
left when your back is to the elevator.
It just probably rotates.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Okay, I agree. What does it mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both cases. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in the Grape House, the tower's on my right. He just explained this. Hajime, he just explained that. Shut up. How can I break through this contradiction? Because it goes, it spins, it rotates. Actually, I think somebody even said that earlier. If I'm not mistaken. I need to check what all these accounts are, because I don't know what they frickin' are. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. Or that. Apparently oh, here we go, that's right here. Apparently the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. So it's his
Houses are
account.
connected vertically.
Whoop.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Nope.
No, that's wrong! The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
So I was actually right that something spun around, but it wasn't the main elevator, it was the contact elevator.
Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
I love that they spun the, like, screen as she was saying 180, it actually spun at 180, that's really funny.
probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House
I mean, I was just picturing it physically spinning, but that works. That makes sense.
appeared on our left side when we were at
Makes total
Strawberry
sense.
House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, we're in an amusement. Well, we were in an amusement park before.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park
Thank you,
attraction, you know.
Monokuma. Why am I Monokuma right now?
And
Monokuma.
since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right?
Yes,
Then let's start
thank
talking about the
God.
important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I... Octagon, you know?
What is the octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that
Nagito.
now.
I know these guys. You need to explain everything to them like they're little babies.
As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
An octagon is an 8-sided shape.
I see!
Yeah, I know my shapes.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that.
Oh,
For a substitute
It's
reserve course
really-
student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Rude, Nagito.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting the name Otacon. The place befitting the name Otacon. It's probably... Oh, I have to click? Shit. I don't know. It was... wait, we saw the tower, so it had to have been up here. No? Oh.
Crap!
Right. That makes sense. It would be top of the grape house then. Oh, I get. So yeah. So we were looking out the grape house at the tower, and this was behind us, which is why we couldn't see it in the picture. That makes sense. Or not?
Crap!
No. What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about? It's the top of the grape house. The very top.
Here!
Oh my God. That's like basically what I did.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
I just pictured it a little bit lower than it was.
Why
all.
is that place the octagon?
Because it's on the top.
You know
I
how
don't
the
know.
4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah, so there's like space there
If you cut
for
a
it.
4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The
That's
true
basically
identity
shapes.
of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
No, because he was like, oh, these are really cool weapons, but they're not the, like, ultimate weapon, because they're not ultimate. Which you mean to be the ultimate weapon, you need to be ultimate.
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Oh my God.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Well, that makes sense, actually.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery.
I don't think he was saying he was the killer, but it kind of sounded like he did there.
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed
Like me,
using
the
the
killer.
building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Well, that we still don't know yet. But we have plenty of evidence to go through still. Oh, well, we got suspended. Time to go home, guys. Just kidding, just kidding.
Hiya!
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insult and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious stufati. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stufatly, huh? Tisk tisk tisk, that's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stufatly. What? There's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monomi is a serious Stufatly.
And you are acting like a freaking 6-year-old right now, sir. And I do not approve. Although I quite like the word actually. It's pretty clever. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
Oh, hi, Monomi.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Yeah, I'd be listening, but you're Stufatly, so I'm not listening.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might
That's
as
what a
well have a
Stufatly would say.
laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Totally, whatever you say, Stufatly.
Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Yeah, you don't want your batteries to run out, because we're totally run on those.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I did. I do. I save a lot. I like to save a lot, cause it's like, I'm paranoid.
I never expected
Ow.
the funhouse itself to be the
Bought my
ultimate
hand
weapon.
off my mic, that was cool. I was pretty sure that was the case actually.
Oh,
Considering
well.
he looked out
Let's
the
just
window
press
and
on
freaked
ahead.
out. Oh, okay. Cool.
Is
cares?
it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really
Indeed.
important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay
That
to
we
believe
don't
the
know
building
yet.
is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just
Okay.
leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Yeah, I agree.
Just so you
Let's
know,
do that thing.
It's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
I am.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure,
Anyway.
why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we've just spent that entire time trying to prove the way the building is shaped, it has to do with the elevator and all that. He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. We should take him seriously, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay, yeah, it's either this or this. I'm gonna assume falling would be easier than crushing him with the elevator, so I'm gonna go with that. Yep,
That's it.
I was right.
I think he
Okay.
might have died from falling.
Good. I mean, not good that he died, but good that we're figuring this out.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off?
Oh,
Where'd
that
they push him
explains
off
the
from?
wires. That explains everything. That explains all the wires and shit.
That I don't know yet.
No, they probably tied him to one of the doors and then
Don't
just
make things
dropped him
up when you don't
after
know the method.
Oh, yeah.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower.
Exactly. Well, that's where we found him.
Push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove? It's not that they shoved him. That's where they're wrong, is they gotta stop assuming that he was shoved. If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Ahaha. Okay, what do we got going on here?
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
That is
It'd be
true.
impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then,
It would be.
how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a
Agreed.
sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
A moving object.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold.
Oh,
of
that's
that
why this
elevator.
is here. Because he was asleep. Because if he's off, he's considered if he's shut down or asleep or whatever, he's considered not considered anything
When
or
the
whatever.
elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through
Yeah.
the door.
It'd be impossible to shove off.
Then,
Try to explain
how about
that.
after locking Nekomaru inside
I'm pretty sure they said if he was asleep with the
good
goodnight button, it wouldn't count him as an object.
Hold
so.
on. Did you forget? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
That's it. Break.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Sleep mode. That explains a
When
lot.
Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
They only mentioned the sleep mode like 5 times, so I knew it was going to be important at some point.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
Yes, that's why there was wires.
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Everyone was like really against Soda today.
Calling me a pest?
Oh boy. Yeah. Anyways, Chucky seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Oh wait, what are we doing? Apparently we're arguing. Oh, there it is, right there. Wipe.
If you arrange it
Wire.
a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Ah.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Doorknob.
I agree with that.
It's the doorknob. It's the doorknob. He was attached to the doorknob. That's why he fell left and went blop and fell on the floor.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
That explains why he was tied up too.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Yeah.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
And then he was so heavy that it probably just, the doorknob just came out eventually and he fell.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
And they could have done that by going through
And
the
suspended
dead room or
Nekomaru
whatever
in
it's called.
midair.
Through the hatch.
That's right! He was so well hung!
Oh, god damn
Kinda
it.
like...
Monokuma, stop with it.
You
Stop
better
it.
not finish that sentence.
Bad. Bad Monokuma.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature.
Bad
Only
Monokuma.
the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Mm-hmm.
Too easy.
Is it?
So what if they created a drop?
Why are
There's
you
no
fighting
way
us
you can make
on
him fall
this?
and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended
Your pun
in
was
midair
bad.
like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
What? What are you talking? What? What are you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? I don't know what you're talking about.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru
What?
from a wire, how would they make
whoa,
him
sorry, I was
fall?
trying to see what it was.
There's no one in the tower to push him off.
No, it's...
There's no way they could do
no,
that.
that's not how falling works. It's called gravity. Why can't I use my thing? It wasn't letting me use my sword. I don't know why.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would
There
they
we
make
go.
him
That
fall?
was weird.
There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru
Yeah.
should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No, he...
If he
what?
was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself.
He's still in
Now's
sleep
the time
mode.
if you want to take back that sleep mode, but in that case...
Oh, because of the claw. Because he had a radio... Wait, what?
Damn it!
Are they saying
Even if
he
they
woke
suspended
up
Nekomaru
and
from a
then
wire, how
fell?
would they make him fall? There's do that.
With an alarm. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Alright, I think I got...
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep
What?
mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay, so they're saying he woke up and then, like, moved and then
What do
fell,
you
I
think
guess.
would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
They freak out.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
Oh, you can, like, manually set his alarm on him. That's
You woke up from
dangerous.
an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why. If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating,
I assume that the doorknob just gave loose, like, gave after a while because he was so heavy,
the
but
wire
that
was hung
works
on the
too.
tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Yeah, true. The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... cause he's like just a fierce guy. Oh, because he was messing with the doorknob earlier. He like loosened it. I see. Okay. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
Oh
if I'm
god.
a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that
Okay,
alarm,
well.
Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Oh yeah, he probably hit the pillar. Right? Like, I felt the same thing, Zio. I was like, I started to feel sorry, and then he did that, and I was like, oh. Oh, it's right here. Because cola came out of his eyes, that's what it was.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
So that explains the broken pillar.
Finally, the pillar!
Finally, we figured out the pillar thing!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
It is.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you
Baby
say
gangsta!
the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause
Is it?
even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30
Okay,
a.m. alarm
so I'm
went
pretty
off.
sure there's been some freaking clock tampering going on here.
Here's yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
But yeah, exactly, that's what we're trying to figure out, man. Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Well, a whole bunch of stuff happened involving an alarm going off with Fuyuhiko.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Wait, I just gotta check what Fuyu's account was. There it is. He saw Nekomaru walking toward the first floor at 5. Okay, so that's gonna come into play, but I don't think it's gonna come into play
Before
right
7
now.
a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
The radio clock?
Nekomaru
radio
died
clock
because
can't
of that
be wrong.
alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Yeah, he's right about
Killer
that.
probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Oh, they can't. It's a radio
That's
clock.
gotta be it.
Well, Blarg. It's a radio clock. You can't tamper with it. So we know
We headed
that.
for Grape before 7 a.m.
But the alarm
So the
inside was
clock
set
that
for
was
7.
tampered
Nekomaru
with
died.
was the
His time
clocks
of death
inside
and
the
one of those
building
must be an illusion.
on the
Killer
wall.
probably did some. They probably messed with the clock inside.
No, that's wrong!
Sorry, Akane, but that's wrong. Baby gangsta. I love that.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered
okay.
with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
Indeed.
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time display.
Okay, it's also possible that they messed with the clocks twice. They could have changed them in the morning, then changed them back after.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
The time-relating contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Oh, we're doing a... Oh, cool! Logic dive! Yay! I like these. If it's not a Hangman's Gambit, I'm happy. Oh, whoop. Except I always forget the controls. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh! Well, that was dumb. I just fucking... didn't even bother jumping. I like these, even though I'm not good at them. It's okay. Jump, 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 jump! Let's go, let's go! Alright, what did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer is. Where the murder... I think it was the time. Oh, well. Didn't give me a lot of time to... I have to go this way. Okay, usually holding that down makes me go faster, but it's not. That's okay. I think it was the time in the building that they misunderstood. Yeah, like, when I held down the, this button, usually it made me go faster. Okay. Now it's working again. So that's good. Whoa! Oh, come on. Come on with that. It's because I always want to go too fast, but it's fun going fast. Okay, holding down X is working. It's a snowboard deal. Which clock was tampered with? The building. The building's clock. Nikumaru's clock can't be tampered with. You already decided that. We are technically snowboarding, even though there's no snow. Whoa! Almost fell. Whoa, what the? Okay, thanks for the wall of death there, buddy. I say buddy, I mean the game. Oh. I didn't see the hole. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Which house had the wrong time? Oh crap, which house had the wrong time? Oh, maybe both of them did. I'm gonna say both of them. It's either both or I just guess one, I guess. Oh, yeah, I got it. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway. We did it!
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
So they all had the wrong time, always.
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
So again, keeping in mind that the killer probably was able to go between the two buildings easily.
So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
It is?
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right, that's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Let's do this in one go! I doubt we're gonna do it in one go.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death.
Wait, what's Akane's account? the rumbling sound at 5:30.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
In our time, in the
Are there
actual...
any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Oh, jeez.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Sound when he fell.
It would have been a great clue.
Oh, the sound when he fell.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough.
I was gonna
we
say, where
would've
did he
heard it too.
scream?
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Well, I think I have to agree with something
If
here.
the time in the building was all messed up,
What else do we have here?
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
I think
The
it has
time
to
of
do with when Akane heard him.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
Heard him, heard the crash.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type.
Oh, I see,
we
because
would've
she's...
heard it too.
There's no
Okay.
point in if does not
Sonia's
exist in
saying,
this
like,
world.
if we heard the sound when he fell, that someone did. It was
the time in the
Akane.
building, then we can only rely the time of death.
I
It's
figured
clearly
everybody heard
7:30.
that,
The problem
but...
is, what time in
Okay.
our time?
Well, I heard
Are there
it.
any clues that can be...
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great
Oh.
clue.
Okay, that wasn't it.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
We never heard the
There's no
alarm.
point in saying that.
No, no,
If does not
Akane
exist in this
heard...
world.
It says right here. It says right here that Akane heard him. Heard a rumbling noise.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Then why didn't that work?
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
What? I don't get it.
If the time in the building, then we can only rely the time of death. It's clearly 7:30.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that
Yeah,
If
we
only I heard the
we
sound when
heard
he
the
fell.
sound. Why didn't that work last time? You all saw me freaking shoot that and it didn't work.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell.
My gut was telling me
that
though, it was
rumbling
like,
noise?
that's gotta be what it is, and the other ones didn't make any sense. Why didn't it work the first time I shot it? Okay, well anyway.
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Wait, so...
I heard that sound probably around
Oh,
5:30
no.
in the morning.
Hang on a minute. Is there anything about the room... Hang on a sec, I gotta check something. Is there anything here mentioning the types of rooms that they all had? Cause didn't they say... that the... Cause they all had different rooms, right? And... Hajime had like a crappy room, and I think, it wasn't Nagito. Nagito had a good room. And he didn't hear it. Sonia had a good room, and she didn't hear it.
Huh?
But
You
that
can
would
tell?
mean...
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in
And
the
she had one of
lounge.
the crappy rooms, too, like Hajime did, and he heard it.
Excellent work, Akane!
If that rumbling sound we heard at 5:30, it's like the answer to how much of our time was off, literally right in front of me. 7 to 5, so that would be 2 hours.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30.
Ah,
If we heard the
except
sound of his
that's-
impact at 5:30,
This is looking really bad for someone now. I hope I'm wrong.
that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure... Well, he couldn't have known about the rumbling. The rumbling noise was... Oh, the Tai Chi! Because that's at a specific time.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
It'd make it so we didn't go to the tower.
We wouldn't
Only
be able to attend
Nekomaru
on
did,
time.
because he had an
That
alarm.
wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
So it was actually 7:30 when
And if
When
that
Fuyu
time was
saw
also
him.
2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Oh, he did say that. Oh crap. Oh, whoops.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's... well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
The peanut
Now that we
gallery.
found out how the killer lured
Indeed.
Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Oh my god, I think I might know who it is. Guys, I think I might know who it is. Because of the rooms. Because of the crash. Oh, this sucks though. Why would they do this? Why would they do this?
Why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying.
There's only
when you
2
listen to
people
what
could be.
Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
It's not
you
him.
witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Yeah, remember the
Are
alarm
you
clock
talking
went
about
off?
that alarm?
And they were all freaking out. And 3 people were there. It was him, Soda, and Gundam.
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Damn it.
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
also the only person who wasn't there. But wait, that doesn't... Okay. I think... It was Nagito.
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you. Right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please,
No, I don't
say
think it was
something.
actually Nagito, though.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
I know who it was, and it wasn't Nagito.
If I may be frank,
He didn't come out of his room because he didn't hear the sound.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
That's
You
right.
couldn't? What do you mean?
He had a deluxe room and he couldn't hear the sound.
It's merely the foolish talk of
But you know who had a deluxe room and did hear the
Not
sound?
only did I not hear the alarm, I never
The person
even
who
heard
did
that
it.
rumbling sound.
He couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
Remember she said she couldn't hear anything?
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House,
She had a deluxe room. Nagito had a deluxe room.
but I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
And Gundam had a deluxe room.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
And so did Chiaki, that was right, that she's the other one who had one.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
But there was 4 people. Secret, what do these have in common? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Oh, great. We're gonna do this, are we? Alright. Well, I already know what this is anyway. So I don't see a D, so that's great. Oh, there it is. D, E. I need an E. I really need an E. Thank you, game. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the deluxe room. Oh, whoops, I need an X first. Go away. It never gives you the letter you need, and then when the letter's there, it like runs into something. Getting a little bit better at these though. I just need one. Rooms. There we go.
I got it!
Oh man, but that definitely points to Gundam.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The 3 of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided by a quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof, and has excellent air insulation. Yeah, see?
The reason we
The other
could
rooms
not
weren't.
hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Oh my god.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity
Yeah.
of Nekomaru's killer.
I do. It sucks. Why?
Hold on a sec! Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Hajime knows, doesn't he? Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nikumaru.
Gundam,
Oh my god, I was
there's
right.
something I want to ask you.
Why?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Except you should not have been able to hear it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room.
Oh
at the
no,
time.
it was him. No, what?
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right?
Oh, I see.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode. And tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Yeah.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
So he looked upset not because he was annoyed by the alarm, but because he was literally annoyed by the fact that he couldn't get to his room.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
What? Huh? 10.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
No, let's keep going. Then he'll collapse, and then we can not worry about him anymore.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
It's not an assumption, we have proof.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
No, you tampered with the Grape House control panel.
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction's born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Yeah, he used the secret passageway. We already know this. Nagito did it. It's not there, though. Wait, is it not there?
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses!
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Oh, that.
How much
Grab
longer
it,
do you
grab it.
plan to
Oh,
lecture
fuck.
me? Why don't we stop this already?
Okay, I think I'm supposed to grab her thing there because none of those other things were gonna work. Alright, so let's grab
the only means
that
of travel. As long as that your
and
assumption
try to use
Plus,
it.
the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
I can
Since
grab
I was
yellow
at
things,
there's no
I think.
question that the
It would have been different if they had...
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already?
Secret passageway. Nice,
That
Akane.
elevator was the only means of travel between...
Nope.
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Oh, okay. We have to ask the person who used that method. That's Nagito. Look at the face he's making.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb.
Why wouldn't you
appeared
want
so
to
suddenly that one time
tell
because
them
you
now?
used that method, right?
Yeah, we literally saw him. He was like, "Boink!" He just like appeared there.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show off. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor
That
and
archive
the
was-
fourth floor are actually connected.
That archive was awesome.
Plus, once you've
We
cleared
had
the
the
final
best
dead
time
room
there.
once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage,
Good to know.
they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Nice. What is it, sir?
However, what
You're
if
already
the killer
proven
was
wrong.
unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
So Gundam must have done the final dead room as well.
There's no way they didn't know.
It did have product placement.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated
And
from
it broke the
your
fourth
own
wall,
suspicion.
like twice.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
You should stop your scrutiny. You're caught,
I can
dude.
stop.
I'm sorry. You're caught.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
What are you, the Hulk? So, like, okay.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
Whoop, 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 whoop.
you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
That was my
However,
Yoshi
how
noise.
frail, I say.
Don't believe God, the letters are all over the place.
Illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Just comes out of nowhere, those things. Oh my god, my ear is so itchy. There we go, I got it.
Even if the turbid box
Oh, that feels
doesn't
better.
exist, you could travel through multiple planes,
It's like Halo headphones.
provided you use a spacious wormhole. However,
A
how
wormhole?
frail, I say.
Da fuck are you
You're
talking
just
about,
a
motherfucker?
delusion.
Okay, dude, you.
Shall I feed you to the progeny
I
of
like
vile
you, buddy, but
deities?
you did it. You did it. We all
can't
know.
back down.
We all know. There we go. That's how you do a quick
I
time
already
event.
proved a secret passage exists.
Yeah,
The
true.
secret passage was at the Octagon.
It was at the Otacon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon?
No, the
Bark, you
Otacon.
cur!
Don't call me a
You
cur.
drown in the
Rude.
maelstrom of blind confusion.
Allow me to cut through those
This dude
words.
needs to relax.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Otacon.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Why couldn't I say Octagon?
Since
Octagon.
those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Oh man, he's
Seems-
busted.
This is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully
What is
lured
happening?
Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
Freaking Nagito just
There's no way he could fight
like,
head-on with the robotic
sabotaged
Nekomaru.
it. No, not
So by
sabotaged,
pressing
like,
the
took
goodnight
over.
button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless
Oh
without
my
fighting.
god.
Hold on! You...
Oh.
What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Whoa.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitation.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. You must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I'll provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Oh, here we go.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
Sorry, it's really hard to talk during these.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! For the Tanaka
Okay, something
Empire!
else.
I won't let you!
Oh, great.
For the Tanaka Empire!
Yeah, let's do this. Almost forgot I could do that.
Crushed as David prophesied!
There we go.
Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so
Oh,
easily?
damn it! I always fuck those up the first time.
Amen! You weakling!
Because I didn't expect the word "the" to be there.
This pressure. Show me the cadaver!
He uses hamsters to hit the button.
Amen! Show me the cadaver!
There we go.
Nekomaru's back.
Boy.
Do you really think I can get behind? This is the end!
Yeah.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, You should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The power of the hamsters!
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster. But it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, he used them to hit the button earlier. He made a big point of it, too. He can control, like, animals or something.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue...
Whoa, whoops, I didn't mean to skip that, my bad.
Hey, with
Hit the
your
wrong
friends
button.
and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Oh, okay, we actually are doing a closing argument. Okay. Nagito tried to sabotage it, or hijack it, but he failed. He failed. Alright, so, holy crap. Who set the lounge's clock alarm? Who was in the lounge since early morning? We know that was Fuyu. Time did Fuyuhiko see Nikumaru? Jeez, look at this. Nikumaru's weakness. We don't seem to have that. The wire wrapped around Nikumaru's feet. The killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? What was the fake weapon left at the tower? That was the hammer. Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nikumaru fall? I think this might be that. Who heard the rumbling noise? Yeah, it was Jelly. He's like, I want to do a closing argument for once. Nagito, you didn't do it right. You have to use images. That got destroyed. There was one that asked what got destroyed. Where was that? And we have hung on the kiss the pillar, damn it? What? And messing with the base of the contact elevator. What the heck? None of these seem to go anywhere. It's weird. Is it this? Ah, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So... what do we have here? A huge hammer. Oh, huge hammer. Which was the fake weapon. And then we got Akane, we got these three. And the killer being one of them, obviously. Hamster and murder! That's funny. Oh, okay. Guess that wasn't what goes there. Murder and hamsters, hamsters and murder! We don't seem to have his weakness yet. Alarm set for 5:30, it's 2:40 AM? wrapped the wire around Nikomaru's feet, and they did what to the alarm? Nikomaru dangling. I woke up at. This has got to be the time thing. No, it's not. Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't see how any of these fit in here. His weakness was the button. It shows right here, they're clicking the button, so that's not none of these things. I heard it. Or we heard it. I don't know. Hajime heard it. Did we are him right now? So it's gotta be... How can it be any of these? What time... Does it make sense? Who set the lounge alarm? Maybe it's this? Oh, okay. That was a little bit of a weird... It didn't really quite match up with what it said, but okay. Sure. So we got that again, we got the hamster pressed it, wrapping the chain around the doorknob. He wakes up, does he need to sleep, question mark? And when you press the button to Grape Hall. See, that one could have been the other one, it was said the exact same thing. I know his weakness is... yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this
we got
case.
It. Cool. That one wasn't too bad.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
These are always so great to watch.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
That's not a sentence I thought I'd hear at all at any point in my life. But there you go. The power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob.
What a crazy plan.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30.
Look at him shaking.
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
See, what you need with these is the images, Nagito.
I can't think of anyone else but you.
You need the comic book. You don't have the comic book, you got nothing. Hey, no one listen to you. That's how it works. Yep.
Splendid.
Is it?
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
I should think so.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that!
She really likes him, eh?
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret?
I also would read a Danganronpa comic.
Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Oh my god, what is... But... Okay, but I want to know why. I want to know his motive. I'll take it. Okay, cool.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Is that what Nagito said?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Really? He bit his tongue, okay. Apparently Monokuma can do that. Da-da! Yeah, it's gone. That sucks. I liked him. Ugh! It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without making any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nikumaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well!
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nikumaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nikumaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall explain it all.
Let's make history.
Within the Final Dead Room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all of the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nikumaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nikumaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nikumaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent, and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you
He was
this.
serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nikumaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka! Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me! I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance!
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might! I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. This is abandonment. A mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean you'd rather die?
Fall, my
Ever
tears.
since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
You flinch,
Giving
you
up
will
on
die.
life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their life span engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying that all that to try to justify what you did?
But
But it sounds like Nikumaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my
But
tears.
even so, don't you think it's better, an alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nigumaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's because also you inexplicably admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is
Just who do you
Gundam
think
Tanaka.
I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade
Not
like
in a
dust
million.
In the wind.
Not in a billion. Not in 10 billion years. 100 billion years? In the name of Pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
Please wait. This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia,
I beg of you.
please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act of unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. Is it fine to start For reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Damn, Gundam. Indeed, what the fuck? Oh, look at the hamsters! Oh my god, that's so sad. I'm not sure if it was that he was actually using some kind of spell or that it failed or what. I wasn't expecting that. Gundam. No. No! Even after Gundam's gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
The worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who died, we need to finish this, once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual. So, make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry up and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec, that mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. Seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back now for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, like semi-positive note to leave off on. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. And it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well...
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I could let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
Alright! Monokuma has arrived! Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito! Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well...
is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see! So even though you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? Were you gonna finally confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right! I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But...
this file even contains information about the traitor. Was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to heat things up. It's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
that's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting up.
You're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monomi after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. It's not exactly true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I...
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean,
Unbelievable.
I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well,
Well, I knew you'd say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought. You saw right through me.
you're right.
No matter what the situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you. I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as ruthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well,
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
you don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. I can eliminate despair from this island. I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become the existence that could even be called ultimate hope. You two are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on the island?
Hey,
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on the island, wouldn't that be exciting? Well, that was quite an exchange, wasn't it? Of course, we haven't forgotten about this. 5 days left. That's not good. That didn't sound good at all. And that's the end of chapter 4. Danganronpa. The Hellhound Earring. Awesome. Alright. Well, we're gonna probably leave it off at this today. I really appreciate everyone joining, and if you're watching this as a VOD, thank you very much. Don't forget to leave a like. And until next Tuesday, which means the next time I stream, it's gonna be the new year. Yay, 2021. I'm sure everybody's very excited for that. And also, Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and the rest of the holiday, and we'll see you next time.